Another episode, guys.
Hell yeah! Sign me up.
Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
Jed, I got a question for you. Are we recording onto a card this time?
We are, yes.
Yeah, well, for all you folks out there, we just did an entire opener, like 3 or 4 times. Took us about 45 minutes, and Jed didn't have the SD card in the recorder.
A little snafu.
Mistakes happen.
Nothing truer could be said, sir, and it's a very Jed reaction.
Yes, it is.
Mistakes happen.
Very matter-of-fact person, yes.
Yeah, mistakes happen. Mm-hmm.
But I bet he spends the rest of the show trying to right the wrongs.
That's true.
Oh, you know it. I always battle back in the end, man. That's me.
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
He's who Chumbawamba was singing about.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, a little tease there for you guys.
Okay.
Speaking of which, this week on the Blank Propaganda Machine, Kirk tries to turn poop water into wine on this week's Masturbate.
And then Craig spends some time reminiscing about his formative years while critiquing me to no end on a Windy City edition of Drink the Water.
But first, on Props to Blank, Jed plays homage to an anal thief. I live in fear of giant hybrid sheep, and Craig likes what he sees in baseball players' pants. I'm Kirk.
I'm Craig.
And I'm Jed. And now let's undertake another voyage through the mindscape that is the Blank Propaganda Machine.
Yeah! Wow, man, I love that intro music. Anyway,
Get it, son.
There you are, man.
so in this segment, we are going to be doing Props to Blank. For all you out there listening, if you recall, Props to Blank is where we find something kind of strange or weird and unusual, maybe a little funny in the news that we, want to give props to. It's either a character in it, a person, whatever, but we want to give props to something. So
Yes, we do.
So who wants to go first? Who wants to give the props up?
Who's feeling it?
Are you feeling it?
I guess I could go
Are
first.
you
sure.
feeling it?
You're
Oh, he is
usually feeling it.
He is
Typically.
feeling it.
All right, well, this...
Even when we don't want you to, you're usually feeling
I
it.
mean, he's in
Well,
jolly spirits.
He is.
So he's really ready to go. He's like feeling good today.
He's got the eye of the tiger. He
And
had
I'll-
his smoothie.
He
and
had his smoothie.
And I'll begin if you'll shut up.
He's anxious.
All right. All right, Stan. Woo.
All right, so my story comes out of the great state of Texas. The dude that I'm throwing some props out to is Mitchell Vest, who was arrested February 15th on charges of criminal mischief. Now, what led to his arrest was that he was in an antiques store and decided that he's wearing a kilt, which is kind of weird. Not a lot of people wear kilts, at least that I'm familiar with. But he's wearing a kilt and has decided to use his prison wallet to pocket some items instead of paying for them.
Okay. He's stealing some stuff.
Stealing some stuff. And his method of stealing them is to just go right up the kilt and pocket them between his buttocks.
Oh.
The old prison wallet.
Exactly.
The old prison wallet.
So he was caught, naturally, on camera, and police were called. They described the crime, I love this, as being a Kilwilling man in Spring, Texas was arrested last week for a crime that can truly be described as asinine.
Oh. Is there a hyphen after ass?
So the items that he managed to pack away, we should
Jesus.
say, was, what was it? He had an antique bottle opener.
Already this guy's a hero.
Yeah. A tobacco tent can.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, that's impressive. Placing items in his rectum and then putting them back on the shelves at some points.
He changed his mind.
That's adding something. It's like, yeah, man. He's like, I'd rather have this. So he's swapping out, you know?
Did he have a cart with him, too? Was he like...
No, he was just walking around.
Just kilting it up.
Just kilt.
Would he have like a bottle of lube, or was he just going fucking raw dog
I think he was raw dogging it. Maybe some spit. Who knows? It depends on how much he wants the item, I would imagine.
See, I love that he changed his mind after some.
I mean, yeah.
Like, think it out.
yeah,
if you're
he was-
jamming it up your ass,
You
go
wanna-
ahead
you
and
want
commit.
to,
he
you want
was
to be
doing
very...
a little window shopping.
He's doing more than that.
a bit more.
Well, I can see why you give props to this story, Jed. We all know how much you love the butt play.
That's true. It's known fact.
On words is what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is that true? You love a good pegging. You
Anyway,
don't have
well-
to answer that. You're not under oath.
Indeed.
Rumba.
So at any rate, props to him. I mean, he's willing to go that extra mile to get the 5-finger discount.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Good God. Oh, let me tell you.
Jeez.
The brown eye discount.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a
That's a new
way
one.
to lead the segment off.
Yeah.
I thought that'd get us off on the right foot.
That's definitely not family-friendly fodder.
No, it is
But
not.
I'll bet that guy's going to be a real asset in prison.
Probably.
He can fucking be the mule.
I guess so.
All right, so who wants to go next?
What you got, Kirk?
You want to? Okay.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
I want to see what you got.
Now, what I need for the audience to do, and for you gentlemen as well, is to put on your thinking caps. This is a thinker.
Oh,
all
okay.
right?
We really got to dive deep.
The headline is Montana man used animal tissue and testicles to breed giant sheep for sale to hunting preserves.
What?
Say what?
A giant sheet?
Sheep.
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 As in, bah.
Right. So a Montana rancher illegally used tissue and testicles from wild sheep killed by hunters in Central Asia and the U.S. to breed giant hybrid sheep.
What?
So he was getting like testicles delivered on ice so that everything was preserved and was using that to breed.
I don't know.
She
No.
feeding them to these other sheep or something? I don't get...
Exactly. But here's the thing.
Extracting frozen sperm from the testes?
This
That's
guy-
probably what they're doing.
Arthur Jack, in quotations,
Oh,
Scoothbarth,
good lord.
What?
80
It's too
of Vaughn,
fitting.
Montana.
80,
This guy's
huh?
80. This is the guy. So this is... See, I don't want to give this guy too much props. I'm going to give props to the poor sheep that got its nuts taken for this little fucking shindig. But 80 years old and this guy's pulling off fucking hybrid sheep cloning. And Biden can't even... No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
But I'm
We
just
don't
saying,
bring
this
the
guy...
politics
came
This
out
guy
of
does
nowhere.
prove that at 80, you can do some
You
shit.
can change
you
the
can get
world.
some shit accomplished. This guy's making hybrid sheep, like giant sheep for hunting preserves.
So what you're saying is this dude's bred a bigger and ostensibly probably slower sheep for people to shoot at?
Yeah, he's making mutant sheep. Now, that's why I'm not giving props to this guy. I'm not condoning this shit. I
So
don't
he's-
like this shit. But,
He's playing with nature and he's introducing invasive species, and you're like, yeah, let me give that ship some props.
no, I literally just said I'm not giving him the props. I'm giving props to the sheep whose nuts got stolen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that
Those
makes a
poor
lot more
nutless sheep
sense.
in other
The
parts of the
nutless
world.
sheep
Poor
that-
guy,
That
man.
then, he just perpetuated a Andre the Giant mutant fucking offshoot of sheep.
So what are they doing? Like freezing these testicles and then like extracting sperm and...
Do you think
I
they
don't
did
know.
it to
This
cut?
shit is very Jurassic Park to me.
That is,
All they
man.
had to tell me was there was illegal sheep tissue. That who the fuck knows what's going on there? And then the testicles, which I assume are easy to come by.
And some amber
But it's like,
and
why?
Right.
insects
And
shit.
right.
But why not bring just the whole sheep? I mean,
Mosquitoes.
was it to save on shipping costs?
Because the testicles are easily discarded. It's a
Oh.
metaphor.
It's a metaphor, man. Just toss the testes.
Toss them off, huh? It's a difficult metaphor.
That is a difficult metaphor, man. Tossing testes. We should make that a game on our show.
But I just, I
What do
think
you
it's
guys think?
I think it's crazy that an 80-year-old man is able to pull off these fucking sheep hybrid experiments under the radar. None of us would have known about it had I not brought it to the light.
Yeah, this is true.
That's true.
But I mean,
That's
at
pretty
80, I
nuts,
mean,
So
man.
where's
you
my
know.
Pulitzer?
Oh.
I mean, I didn't write the story, but I read it.
So where's that guy's Pulitzer?
Yeah, it's true.
Well-
We're broadcasting it now.
Right.
You think that guy's story did anything? It didn't do shit.
Until
We're sending
now.
out to all these people. Yeah, it's like
We're the ones getting it out into the ether.
we get it out. I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, definitely Kirk deserves a
Who's
Pulitzer
ever heard
for
of
this
fucking
shit.
AP News?
Who's
who's ever heard of that?
bullshit?
AP
It's nothing.
is that
That's AP.
Arthur Porter? news?
Arthur Porter
Yeah, I don't
News?
even know. I've
Exactly.
never. Yeah, is that Anthony Paulinski?
It's
I don't
ass.
even know.
It's ass penis.
Ass penis.
News.
It's ass pussy news.
Oh,
there you go.
God.
Flipping it
Wow.
around.
Okay, that's pretty nuts, man. Well, thank
That's
you
what the
for-
sheep said.
Whoa.
Pretty nuts. They were.
Oh.
Till some guy stole them to make a big hybrid fucking sheep.
Indeed. Indeed.
And they are big. Let me tell you,
Mountain goat nuts.
they've got, and yeah, their balls are especially are nut
Swinging low.
Swing low, sweet chariots.
Because that's
Yep.
that's the weird thing about it. Like the new hybrids, they're smaller sheep. Some of them are smaller sheep, but they have the testicles of the the bigger sheep. So they got giant testicles.
Yeah, it's fucking disturbing. They look like wheelbarrows walking
Yeah.
because they're just two front legs and some nuts dragging.
It's kind of nuts. Oh, I did it again.
It can't be stopped.
Ha ha!
All right.
All right, so
All
you're
right,
up,
so
friend.
speaking of nuts, no, I got to do it because I got to give props to the MLB. I'm giving props to Major League Baseball, and it's because My dear friend Jed, when he walked in here today, he was gleaming, folks. He was on fire. He was so happy. He had a little extra pep in his step. He was like, oh, hey, guys. How's it going, fellas? He was I've never seen him in a better mood. And I was like, Jed, what's going on? And he's like, you didn't hear the news? And I'm like, okay, not really. He's like, the pants, bro. The pants. And so I Googled MLB, and sure enough, I gotta give props to the MLB uniform because now the pants are see-through. And I've never seen my friend Jed happier to find out that he has the chance to see Ohtani's wang.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot to unpack here.
There is quite a bit to unpack
Jed
there.
From his mouth.
So yeah, I mean he's.
But what
cool.
is this? What do you mean transparent pants?
So the pants now apparently are see through, and there's like pictures out there, and they have like players are all joking about it because they got like you can see their shirts tucked in now, just covering their junk because they have to like tuck them in perfectly, or you could see their junk.
Oh.
It's basically what men did with yoga pants, like the dude who invented yoga pants.
Okay.
So when they bend over, it stretches out and see-through.
Well, yeah, they're like white, because the pants typically are white, and they all have a white pair of pants, and so they're see-through. So Google it if you don't believe me. And I've never seen Jed happier to share this information.
Apparently, I was elated.
He's ecstatic.
You came in here with a little pep in your step. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he was just bouncing off the walls, man. He was so happy.
He's like, did you guys hear? You can see the dicks in baseball now.
See, this relates to the kilt one a bit.
Slightly.
See, and now you guys understand it goes full circle there. Why you understand why Jed appreciates the kilt story so much, and why he appreciates the MLB so much. I mean, this dude went out and bought a 10-game pack. I've never seen him so excited. He's like, I gotta get down there in front. He was like right down on the first baseline as close as he could get. And I get it, Jed. I get it. You want to see them run out them grounders.
He gets thirsty at the baseball game.
In more ways than one. Oh.
Guy's like, packing nuts here. He's like, yes, sir.
It's nuts, I tell you, it's nuts.
It all comes back to nuts. We had an anus, some testicles, and some invisible penis.
Circle of life.
It is the circle of life.
Circle of life. And the funny thing is none of us talked about what we were going to do before this segment. That's how...
Just fell out that way.
Yeah, it just all kind of came out that way.
We're life's undercarriage, just naturally.
Naturally, it comes easy to us, folks.
From soup to nuts.
Well, that was another good installment of Props to Blank.
Props to Blank.
Maybe the best.
Yes, indeed. We'll see you next time. All right, guys, it's time for another installment of Mass Debate. How we doing?
Bring it.
I'm ready, goddamn.
Ready to do it?
This fucker is... I'm like... You guys don't see it right now, but me and Kirk are like standing next to each other in like a boxing... like right before two boxers
go head to head.
Yeah, we literally have our noses pressed against each other right now. And I'm just staring deeply into his eyes. And I'm conflicted in the feelings that I'm feeling, but it's mostly anger.
Yeah,
There's some longing
very
in
there.
There is some longing and sexual tension.
Yeah, I felt a weird
thickly.
brush earlier, and I almost pulled away.
Yeah, right? I get it.
Anyhow.
Almost.
But I'm going to pull my face away for now because this is getting awkward.
All right, this is getting a little awkward, but
There
you're toast.
There you go. Okay.
Well, just to refresh everybody, in Mass Debate, our mass debaters will be given a topic unknown to them only moments before mass debating.
Oh, that's right. That's what makes it juicy.
Neither mass debater knows anything about the topic. We will have 3 rounds, opening, which will be 90 seconds long, questions and answers, which each mass debater will have 2.5 minutes to question their opponent, and then 60 seconds of closing argument.
Sounds fair.
Easy. This is going to be like walking through the park, strolling through the park, sniffing the roses. That's how easy this is going to fucking be.
You are a pervert that walks through the fucking park sniffing roses and opening
the
trench
roses.
coats.
No, man, it's the flowers and such.
He does.
He skips through.
He prances even.
I
A little
sometimes skip. if I'm feeling in the mood. What's
Singing
wrong with skipping? Don't
dainty
shame
song.
me for skipping. Skip all over your ass right now. That's what I'm going to do. A little skippity-doo-dah up on your face right now in this debate, sucker.
Jesus Christ.
And hey, man, the aggression.
He really feels strongly about skipping. I hope that's what the debate's about. He might actually win one.
He might. Well,
Yeah.
to start the process off, we're going to roll to see who gets to choose between time or topic, first or last, or choosing their side of the debate.
All right.
So, full disclosure, Kirk lost one of the die, and so we have a cube that we just drew on that we can barely see the numbers.
Barely.
So there might be a 7 on it. I don't know. Could be 11. We'll find out. Oh, that's a 6, I think. I think that's a 6.
Let's see.
Unless that is a 7. Could be. It's a 1 or a 7. I can't tell.
Oh, no, that's the number 1. So you've got a 1 and a 5, which gives you a total of 6. And now, Daddy's going to roll a little bit. I got 9, a 5, and a 4.
Oh, there you go.
Are we sure that 5 isn't a 2? I think that 5 is a 2.
It's a 5.
That looks like a 2 to me. Except it's like kind of written like a little child would write it.
Or like an
Oh,
adult
no,
would
wait,
write,
that's a 5.
Or like
I'm
an adult
sorry.
would write a 5.
Yeah,
yes.
that's how an adult would write a 5. You're right. Okay.
Lord of mercy. This guy.
Okay.
So many tricks up the sleeve.
Indeed.
Skippity-doo.
All right, sir. So, having won the roll, Kirk, it goes down to you. Do you want to go first or last, or would you want to take a choice on
You want time or topic?
topic?
I am going to take the topic option.
Taking the topic option. Okay. Which means you'll get to choose first or last.
Easy.
All right, so
Yeah.
5 cents change or keep it.
5 cents change
Or keep it.
or keep it. I am going to go for 5 cents change.
I guess I'm going keep it then.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so your topic of this
Well,
week's...
wait, I gotta
You go
pick. Yeah,
first
you
or
do this
last.
every time. He does this every time.
At least I'm consistent.
Yeah, at least I I should have just let you go. I would have given me an advantage to know the thing first.
That's true. But go ahead. You want to do first or last?
Do I want to be first or last? I will go first.
Okay.
All right. The Canadian band Nickelback is the greatest rock and roll band of all time. Kirk, you are arguing in favor that they are, and you are not at all believing
Why
it.
the hell is this shit always so cryptic?
So
All right.
I'm...
So you're arguing in favor. I'm against Nickelback, and he's
For it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This obscure way he does it, I don't believe in. But I'll swallow that and go first.
And you are going first, and your 90 seconds opening argument starts now.
Nickelback is the worst band in existence. And only people who appreciate it and love it and like it, they're the bottom of the bottom. They're the scum on my shoe because they don't understand music and they don't understand what good taste is. Similar to my friend Kirk, has no taste in music, which is why he's going to heavily defend this horrific band with even a shitty name. Even the name is shitty. Nickelback. Can I get a Nickelback, please? No, that's just stupid, man. It's not even a good name. At least make a good name, like U2. That's a good name. Talking Heads. Even better. Nickelback? No. Can you even name any Nickelback tunes? I bet you don't know any Nickelback tunes, because nobody really knows any Nickelback tunes. You just know what that annoying sound is. It's like a buzzing in your ear, like an alarm going off. Except this alarm gets stuck in your mind, and you have to repeat it over and over and over again.
10 seconds.
That's basically what Nickelback is to people, and I don't understand why anyone would think anything other than that.
Time. Your 90 seconds starts now, sir.
All right, so I've been given the privilege of standing up for Nickelback, which at first glance may seem hard, but it's not. And here's why. I want to take you guys back in time to when a little movie called Spider-Man was being released. The fucking superhero movie that fucking set off it changed cinema for the next quarter of a decade. Still going, the fucking superhero movie. And why? Because Nickelback fucking hero song from that movie. It made you feel things that a fucking superhero movie had never felt before. And look what it did. It gave superhero movies such fucking staying power that they're still just the number one thing that we consume. Thank you, Nickelback, Todd, Jerry, Jeff, and Franklin, the members of Nickelback.
Still got 10 seconds.
And I'd like to say that they deserve props because even though they might be a shitty band, they still got some staying power. Todd.
Oh my god!
Hold on a second.
Okay, alright then.
All right, now we're moving on to 2.5 minutes of question and answers. Kraig, you went first in the opening statements. That means, Kirk, you get to go first for questions and answers, and your 2.5 minute examination begins now.
Kraig, let me ask you something. If you were to have a child and they grew up and started a band and they were in Nickelback, would you still shit on him as hard as you're shitting on him now? That's your kid. That's your son. Franklin Charlin is the drummer for Nickelback.
So, Franklin Charlin is not the drummer for Nickelback. See, I don't agree with that hypothetical, sir, because that kind of thing would never happen. It would never happen. My child would never play that shitty of music.
Oh, your seed is so fucking precious.
That's exactly right!
It couldn't produce
That's
a Nickelback
exactly
member.
Right, sir!
I find
My
that.
seed is genius!
Your seed is like 3 doors down kind of seed. your seed can't handle
My
Nickelback.
seed is at least Counting Crows. Now, don't even fucking go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Counting Crows at least.
That sounds
buddy.
right. Your seed would have dreads. It would be cultural appropriation.
Are there going to be any questions? in
Yeah,
these
where's
questions?
my question?
My question is,
Ask it.
tell me what it is that's so bad about Nickelback.
Well, I can't. What is good about Nickelback?
Have you ever
It's the
sung
better
along
question.
to a Nickelback song?
Hey now, you're a rock star.
That's
Get your-
Smash Mouth.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
He
No,
thinks
I
we're
haven't.
talking about Smash Mouth. He doesn't even know who Nickelback is. I would agree that Smash Mouth is horrible, but fucking Nickelback, come on. Theyese guys, they're out there playing instruments. They're making people...
They're the same band, let's face it. That's what it is. They're basically the same fucking band, bro. Nobody can tell the difference between Smash Mouth and Nickelback.
I want you to
Nickel
name...
Smash or fucking Backhouse.
Keep it succinct, yo. Next question.
What's your problem, man? You don't like Nickelback?
No, sir. I do not like Nickelback. That's my problem. I'm offended that you have to defend them.
Here's what I would ask you
10
to do.
seconds, last question.
I need you to give me please tell me one positive thing about Nickelback.
The most positive thing about Nickelback is that I'm not listening to them right now.
Okay. Resetting the clock. Begin your examination now.
All right, so I'm going to begin by saying I'm proud of myself for not saying any of this in the last segment. I held all my questions when I wanted to come at you hard, sir.
And those
you
questions
honestly
would be...
believe that Nickelback is responsible for the superhero movie explosion? That's what you're telling me? That if it wasn't for Nickelback, there would be no Avengers? There'd be no, fucking Aquaman or nothing? Huh?
That's right.
That's what you're saying to me?
I am.
Okay, and you're telling me that you know the first names of every one of these band members? So if I pull up my phone right now and look them up, there's going to be a Franklin?
Are we allowed to bring out phones? Because I could find some great Nickelback
I'm not
proponent material.
I'm not saying I'm saying if I did, then fucking if our audience members pull out their phones right now as they're listening to my beautiful voice and they Google who are the members of Nickelback, is one of them gonna be Franklin?
You want to know my real answer? I want you to look it up.
Okay, well, you hear that, folks? You heard his answer. Look it up. See if he's not completely full of shit.
And all I can say is Wikipedia can be changed by any
And
member of the public.
Here's my last question to you, sir. You think that that song was so revolutionary that it ignited Iron Man? That it led to the beautiful thing that we call Iron Man?
Yes.
Then Why don't you sing that song to us?
And they say that a hero can save us. Not gonna hear all the real.
Very soulful.
What was that? What were those lyrics?
Oh, I don't know. Wasn't that an Eddie Vedder song?
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't sound like any song.
Franklin likes to imitate his Eddie Vedder. Artists steal from other artists, Craig.
Oh, my Lord.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, you got another question?
No, I think you just answered my final question. I don't need any more. The floor is yours. Thank you.
And it's been a while since Craig made any damn sense about Nickelback.
All right, gentlemen. Closing arguments. Craig, you're back up to going first.
All right.
And your time begins now.
Clearly, this man is living in an alternate universe if he thinks this band is good. Especially because he clearly doesn't know any of their songs. He can't sing a single one. He just kind of makes up what he thinks sounds like Nickelback, which is similar to Smash Mouth. So it could be that. Could be Chumbawamba. You think it could be Chumbawamba? Hey now, you're a rock star. Come on. What do you think it is? Could be any of that stuff. But you don't know any of the songs. That's because you know deep down in your heart, Nickelback is a sad, sad thing. If it wasn't for Rick Rollin', if there was no Rick Rollin', it would be Nickel Rollin'. That's what people will do to each other. There's only one person below that, and we all know that. Little Rick Astley. If it wasn't for Rick Astley, it would be Nickel Rollin'. Because that shit sucks, bruh.
Sir, your 60 seconds starts now.
Listen, man, I think you've just proven yourself the biggest fool of them all. First off, by dissing Rick Astley. People love fucking Rick Astley. They love that Rick. Well, there's a reason that was like one of the first memes and shit, man. So, listen, you just keep attacking all these great artists, and it's just gonna fucking rain fire down on you. The other thing I'm going to say is you think that fucking Nickelback and Smash Mouth and Chumbawamba sound the same, then you've already made yourself irrelevant in this conversation. Because there is not one of those three bands that even fucking closely resembles the other. So I don't even know which band you think you're actually attacking today. I could just fucking picture you, because I'm not even trying to be mean here, but you look like a fucking Nickelback fan. Like the typical Nickelback fan, when I think of them in my head, it's you, Punchy, and your little fucking hoodie, and your jeans. That's a Nickelback fan type.
Well, I clearly destroyed you on that. Destroyed.
Now, that is up to the audience to decide who was victorious tonight.
Well, no, that's true.
Cause if you think you fucking beat me, oh, no, you didn't.
And what song was that even a parody of, Phil?
It's fucking Nickelback, bro.
Well, what do you folks think? Who came out on top in this week's mass debate? Was it Kirk and his faith in Nickelback, or was it Craig and his usual cynicism? Let us know.
All right, so we are back with you here with a segment that we tried out earlier in the season called Drink the Water. This is where we're going to have a discussion about a particularly interesting thing from a city. This week we're doing Chicago food.
Ooh, there you go. You know us, we love our food.
Chicagoans, they love their food there.
Yes, they do.
You know, there's a lot of great things about Chicago. You know, they got great museums. You got Lake Michigan. You got the Sears Tower, whatever they call it these days.
They do change its name from time to time.
I think it's Hancock.
Is it Hancock?
Well,
Hancock
that's
Tower.
the other one. That's the other one. There's two.
The other one that looks kind of like it, but it's different.
Yeah. Hancock is 4 stories shorter than the other one, and whatever they call the Sears Tower now. But the observing floor is on the same level.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Listen to this guy. What did you just read a fucking Chicago Wikipedia before you showed up?
I used to live in Chicago, sir.
Oh,
way back in his formative
Guys.
years, he used to live back there. Yeah,
got some Chicago street cred.
Yeah, and their museums are amazing. You got the Bean.
The Bean is good.
They got great culture, but yeah, as Kirk said, we're not talking about all that today. We're going to talk food.
Tasty, tasty food.
Probably one of the best things about Chicago is their food, to be honest. Awesome awesome.
They take it real serious, like
a very strong cuisine scene in the city.
And I just realized
trademark.
Both of our Taste of the Waters now will be about food. So maybe we
starting
just like to
we're starting
eat.
a trend.
Yeah,
That's just a possibility.
We're some portly fellows.
Yeah, we do like to eat, and it's one of the greatest joys in life. Chicago knows how to do that, huh?
Yes, they do.
Well, who wants to get us started off there?
I don't know why we're
You
doing
spoke
New
first.
York.
Why don't you go?
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's throwing it back at you.
All right. Well, shit.
We all looked at Jed. We're like, it's your turn. We've been yapping.
You know what? I went first last time.
Well, I guess he did. He did go first in the other one.
Wait, you talking about 3 years ago? That other one? That's fair. That's fair. Well, I'll talk about the hot dogs there.
Oh, yeah.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, like the thing about Chicago is they are the sausage city. They're like the
Polish
pork.
sausage.
And they kind of, no offense, Chicago, good game, but you stole it from Cincinnati. We used to be the pork game in the Midwest.
We were for a while.
And we lost that title. Rightfully so. You guys took up the mantle and you ran with it. And by God, that's what gives us all those delicious hot dogs and tasty wursts.
That's true. There's a lot of really good ones out there.
But the one I'll talk about mainly is the actual Chicago dog.
Oh.
I don't know how much of a fan you guys are of this, but I
love them too, actually.
So this would be a hot dog. It's got sports peppers, mustard, pickle, relish, and I'm talking like neon fucking green relish.
There you go.
And the pickle's like a spear.
It is
like
a spear laid
little
across.
baby spear.
Oh, so it's like kind of like a dill pickle then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also onion and tomato, and then celery salt all over the poppy seed
Ooh,
bun.
there you go.
So it's very delicious. There's a lot of flavors going on, but that is probably, that's the legendary Chicago dog.
My mouth is watering.
You've never had one.
That's you never had one.
I've had one before.
Oh, you seem
But
surprised by the dill pickle spear.
It wasn't like a full-on Chicago dog. Like, it wasn't one in Chicago, but I've had a Chicago-style dog. But they did a different pickle.
They did a different pickle, he said. Yeah. Okay.
The pickle spear, really, that's one of the highlights.
I imagine it gives it a nice crunch.
Exactly. You get that nice crunch.
It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have a place here in Cincinnati called Chicago Euros. And they do it properly. They do a very good Chicago
we need to go down there and get
dog.
a proper dog done.
I'm telling you, try it out. I think you'll like it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I actually have a good hot dog story. My first baseball game I ever went to was a Cubs game. And I'll never forget that. When you're a kid, you never forget your first game or whatever.
And
especially
one of the things you have to
Wrigley.
do to a game is you got to get a dog.
You gotta get a hot dog. And I swear to you, to this day, that was probably the best hot dog I've ever had. I don't know if there was anything special about the hot dog. I was like in 3rd grade or something. But to this day, I've always wanted to replicate that hot dog especially when I go to any baseball game. Never can, but I'm always trying. I'm always striving for that.
You're chasing the hot dog dragon.
I'm chasing that hot dog dragon, baby.
Yep.
Give it to me. Give me that fix.
I get it. Well, Jed, let me ask you, you sick bastard.
What am I going for?
No. Hold on. I'm still on hot dogs. What do you put on a hot dog yourself?
Me personally, hot dogs, I'll do some ketchup, some mustard, I'll do some relish, and then some onions.
Instantly, Chicago fucking would have you banned. Because they do not put ketchup on a hot dog there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to quote President Barack Obama when I say...
I believe he's familiar with Chicago.
Once you're past 8 years old, ketchup does not belong on a hot dog.
I don't really do ketchup on a hot dog anymore. I used to when I was a child.
Yeah, why not?
I do mustard and ketchup and relish. And I maybe occasionally, but not anymore. It's always mustard and onions and peppers. That's pretty much...
I'm more of a met brat kind of guy. So, like, I'm doing, like stone ground mustard and some fucking sauteed
and ketchup,
onions
apparently.
and pepper. No ketchup on brats and Mets? Are you a
catsup?
savage?
You do catsup?
No.
Do you know Mets are like a Cincinnati thing? Mets aren't a thing outside of Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know that recently.
So, Jed, quit talking about Cincinnati. We're doing Chicago.
Yeah, you're really throwing this off.
You're blowing this up.
I have not had just like a traditional hot dog in a while.
Well, all right. You ruined the hot dog segment, so why don't you do what you got now?
See if you can save it
Come
with
on.
pizza.
All right, yeah, so...
You just gave his thing away. You ruined his segment. I guess that's payback.
Well, we can cut that out. We can cut that out.
Anyway, so my food that I'm bringing to the table is some Chicago deep dish pizza.
Oh.
Which, for those of you not in the know, they do it a little bit different up there. Our traditional way, the way most of us do it is we do sauce on the bottom, then your cheese, then your toppings. They do cheese on the bottom, then your toppings, and then the sauce on top.
So cheese below the bread?
That's cheese above the bread.
I almost caught him. Did you see that? He was like nodding yes, and then he had to catch himself.
Cheese above the bread. Bread on the bottom.
Technically, yeah, bread would be on the bottom.
Always.
You lying son of a...
And it's like a thicker crust,
It
right?
is it's a
really
deep. It's a
that's the
pan
deep dish.
deep, very thick, very
It's like
flaky
a bread.
crust.
Yeah, it feels like a bread more than a crust.
It all
And it
would
fills
damn
you
near
up.
have to be to support all the
All
madness.
of that, yes.
It is some
And then
madness.
different places do it differently. Sometimes you'll get like maybe some Parmesan, some herbs and stuff sprinkled on top just to kind of give you that little pop of flavor first
They
bite
do it
in.
right. They do it right.
And then, get you some Mios and take it down to the pier and go and have a moment for yourself.
Jesus.
That's-
Sounded oddly specific.
It does.
I mean, Chicago does have a really nice pier. You got the...
That's true.
It's a great place to go and just have a slice of pizza and just enjoy the moment.
Just watch life go by.
Just go by. Do a little people watching.
Pull yourself up a bench
There you go.
by the pier. The
Take in
seagulls,
life.
the seagulls cawing. In the background, the waves.
Man, this guy paints a picture.
He does. It's very
It's all about-
soothing. Almost makes you want to take a nap.
It's a meditation, visual meditation.
Of Jed sleeping
Jed.
on a bench, taking a nap on the pier,
After having a
Laying
huge
on a-
slice of
Laying on
deep
a,
knock
dish
you
pizza.
out cold.
laying
yeah.
on a meals box.
It's definitely will cause a food coma if you have it at just that right time of the day.
The birds are pecking at you, and the
All right.
leftover crust strewn about the ground.
All right, Jed, I'll give you props. You saved that one. You pulled us out. You destroyed the hot dog segment, but you pulled us out with the pizza. I think we all love pizza. Who doesn't love pizza?
Everybody loves pizza.
What's your favorite deep dish?
Who, me?
Yeah!
Shit. Let me pick one. Probably, I don't know, Mios I used to have a lot, and Unos I used to have. Those are the ones I've had the most.
I mean, like topping-wise.
Oh, topping-wise, I want to go classic. I'm going to go classic Chicago. It's going to be the peppers, onions, and sausage.
All right. I like that one. Props.
Right?
I like a good Italian sausage and pepperoni and some green peppers and onions.
I think sometimes, I think the Chicago version is the onions, green peppers, and sausage plus
Ground beef.
ground beef and pepperoni
Mushroom.
and mushroom. Yeah.
Well, that's a goddamn meal. It's
It's a good
meal and half.
combination.
You're going to be full after that one.
You're hitting your whole array of pizza toppings with that one. But you, sir. So what's
I guess
your
I'm up.
what's your
Okay,
foodie pick for the Chicago, the Windy City?
Oh, well, my pick is the classic, the amazing Ed DeBevick's.
Oh, shit.
But isn't that a restaurant? I thought we were picking food types.
That is a restaurant, yes, and that is Chicago food. I don't know what else you want from me, Jed.
Well, he
It's
does
from
He does
Chicago.
hot dogs. I do pizza, and you're like, well, I'm gonna go do a whole restaurant. if
Yeah,
all
that's
with you
right.
guys.
I have a little bit more color and pizzazz than you two.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I take it up a notch.
Oh my god.
And I was going to choose the Harry Carey Steakhouse, but I've never been there. I just like Harry Carey.
Everybody
and
likes
I-
Harry Carey.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have been there. I've been there once. It was good.
You were thrown out.
I was thrown out for doing an impression. It was too drunken.
I imagine
But that's
that's
a
probably
totally
happened.
different
That's
story.
probably the most common thing people get thrown out of the Harry Carey Steakhouse for is doing a Harry Carey impersonation.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, I would
Not
think
everybody
so.
can do it justice.
Oh,
Everybody's
I can
Will
do it.
Ferrell.
Harry Carey here. I will sing you a little song. It's a 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the bar. Lay me out in the crowd. Sorry, I got a little
Louis Armstrong.
Louis
little bit,
Armstrong
little
in
bit.
there. That's my.
But Eb DeBevick's, that's
accents
what you
will-
decided to go to the plate
move.
for.
Why are you moving away from my impersonation? People want to hear my impersonation.
Right, he
do
was
that.
about to break into Hello
I
Dolly.
know, he's
he
trying
was.
to bust me up, bruh.
Tripping
He's
you up a
trying
little
to destroy another segment, folks. Yeah, anyway, Ed DeBevick's. Yeah, I love it, man. It's that restaurant where they yell at you.
bit. Yeah, they've got a particular brand of service
Yes,
that they provide.
it's like a 50s diner style. You go in there, you order some cheese fries and a shake, and the waiter
then
comes
some
over like, "What do you
rude-ass
want,
individual-
fatties?" or whatever, they'll yell at you.
Well, we were in there one time, and there was this old woman having her birthday there, and one guy's like, we better hurry up with this order before Grandma dies.
Yeah, I do remember that. Although it was an old man, but I do exactly remember that it was awkward as hell. And I didn't know what Ed DeBevics was when we rolled in there, so
It was a shock.
Yeah, I got the true
I took you
experience.
guys.
We were not
naive.
Possibly.
It might have
didn't we
been.
all go to
I mean, this
believe
was
that.
like in 1998.
It was for the fish, right? We
Yep.
went on a fish show up there somewhere.
I think that's true, actually.
And yeah, I think I took you guys there because I love some Ed DeBevics. The first time I was there when I was a kid, and it was like I did some history checking, and this place opened in '84. I bet you I went in like '85, so it was like really fairly
So they were
new,
still figuring out the insults and everything.
It's
you
really,
got kind of the dry run version of it.
I'm gonna play the Nickelback card and say that I was the trendsetter, which is why I kind of blew up. That's kind of where.
So you were Nickelback in this
I
story?
In this scenario, you were Nickelback.
Yes, because they saw me coming and were like, damn, this kid's cool. His 12-year-old knows what's up. I love his haircut, his Jurassic Park shirt.
And just
This
like
dude's got it
Nickelback, it
going.
ended up being a huge disappointment.
And, we rocked it, man.
Well, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
how much fucking shade did they throw towards a kid, like a 9-year-old?
I mean, they'll throw some shade.
They were like, because
Yeah.
normally they're like complete assholes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I remember the one guy acted like he first off he stood on my foot, and I was like, "Whoa, sorry," and he's like, "Move," and I was like, "Oh shit."
That's right. They'll get you.
Yeah, and
They
I was
will.
like, "What kind of like?" I feel like anything they say to a 9-year-old might be damaging.
Well,
Like,
they'll-
nice skater
it's
cut.
more-
Douche.
the-
The 9-year-old is growing up in Chicago.
First of all, I was
So-
12, I think.
Oh.
12, 13. I just explained that.
In '86, you were 12 or 13.
No, I wasn't. I was
No,
like
you
9.
weren't.
I was
Yeah.
like 9.
Young, impressionable.
Yeah, I was 9. And I didn't have a Jurassic Park show because it didn't come out for another
His
5
math
years.
skills haven't
But-
improved. since that day.
I did have
Like Nickelback, he's a forward thinker.
I did have some jam shorts on though.
Now that sounds
yeah.
right.
And,
that's
yeah. And was rocking that, and it was good. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. Got yelled at a little bit, but yeah, they weren't like screaming at the kids. They were more, when you're 9 and somebody's giving you a hard time, that's really cool and funny.
They're giving you a particular brand
Yeah.
of sass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the
PG
9-year-old
approved.
brand of sass.
I mean, nowadays that could be considered bullying.
Yeah.
That's true.
You could say Ed DeBevics could get canceled for bullying.
Well, yeah, and some jackass like you would probably do it. Look, I stood on my shoe.
He said hurtful things to
Well,
me
listen.
before he gave me my
And I
cheesecake.
still remember it, and so they gotta go.
Me and Franklin Back from Nickelback are we've got a anti-bullying thing we're putting together.
Was he even in Nickelback? I'm gonna look up the Nickelback. I
Frank-
can
Oh,
look
now
it
you're
up.
checking it. Okay.
Nickelback. I gotta know.
His name is Franklin Back. It's where they got the idea for Franklin and Bash, but they had to change it.
No, you're not even
Copyright
close.
issues.
It's
Exactly.
Chad Kroger, Ryan Peake, Mike Kroger, and Daniel Adair is the drum kit.
Oh, is it the Kroger brothers and Michael Adair now?
And Ryan Peake, sir.
Fuck Ryan Peake. It's a false flag actor. It's not a real thing.
Chad Kroger is the lead singer, bro.
Was until he drove that shit into the ground, and then fucking Franklin and Bash came and saved it.
Franklin Bash, wow. It wasn't Franklin and Bash, it was Segolian Isles, or whatever.
Oh, well, that's true.
The plot thickens.
All right, we digress. We
Yeah,
digress.
we've somehow
Chicago's
gotten-
awesome.
Sorry,
got-
Chicago.
If you go to Chicago, you got to hit the hot dogs, the deep dish, and stop by Ed DeBevics before it gets canceled and get insulted a bit while they serve you
they'll give you
a
a hot
delicious
dog.
Oreo pie.
They'll give you a good hot dog and an Oreo hot pie. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do deep dish, but they will do hot dogs.
So you can strike 2 of those at one time, and then for dinner, hit up a fucking deep dish.
Or a prostitute, which is what Jed does.
A deep dish
A
prostitute.
deep dish prostitute.
I do that before dinner.
Okay, then.
He works up a fucking hunger.
So that's another good installment of Drink the Water.
Drinking the water.
Again, we apologize, Chicago. Oh, man.
Another good one, guys.
Holy shit.
Very savage, but yet
That
another installment.
That show was boring.
No.
What is it with you, man? You've been down in the show of late.
That was a humdinger. That was a humdinger.
Jet ruined
two.
the shit out of that fucking show, and you guys know that.
Wow.
His topics were lame. He was just kind of wanted people to listen to him. It was like a lecture.
Yeah, we're not even
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
like
that's
a
the
fucking
fucking
lecture.
pot calling the kettle black if I ever saw it.
We don't need
That's
to be
true.
lectured by you, bro.
I don't remember lecturing anybody about anything.
Yeah, you don't?
I don't.
Well, I recall it.
I think you're both a couple windbags.
Fair
Call
enough.
back to the Windy City.
Whoa, that's
true
a
enough.
good callback.
True enough.
That was a good callback.
Tasty food there, though.
Tasty food.
Lots of stuff to try.
Even
Yes,
though
there
we chose generic shit.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah,
none
but
of us haven't spent much time in Chicago.
you used to live there.
You could tell
as
that
said.
from that?
Really?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you did live there. At least you get that credit.
Yeah, I had
yeah.
antibiotics.
I mean, we've
You
all
guys were
had
like,
antibiotics.
Chicago hot dogs, pizza. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
Nobody else has ever done that before.
Pizza's what they're known for. Hot dogs and fucking sausages and other
That's
things.
what you're known for.
It's true.
I'd like to think I'm known for giving it to you straight.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I don't either. And I think on that note,
Yeah.
now to play us out, the meat in your mom's tacos.
Oh,
Funky People by Red Rhythm.
Oh, yes.
Christ.